and welcome back to my channel, everyone. I'm your host, Nobody, and today we're going back to Instruments of Destruction. First off, we got the subwoofer, created by Pyrotechnic. As someone who is kind of a bass kid at heart, I've had a lot of subwoofers and rides that I've had in prior years. This absolutely looks stunning. If you know anything about subwoofer, seeing a magnet this big usually means a shit ton of bass. Let's go ahead and get started and see what it can do, man. Okay, so basic moving controls. How do we get this thing to function? Alright, so 3 actually powers up the subwoofer. I guess the parts grinding create a bass effect, but it really does a lot to translate that this thing is producing sound. This is a fairly simple creation. There ain't much to it, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Oh my goodness. It just absolutely obliterated that building in front of us. That's just nuts. That's wild. Alright, so we got ourselves kind of in line here. Let's go ahead and see how this does. Oh. That's absolutely crazy. It looks like the debris is destroying the buildings behind it. Alright, well, aesthetically, I'm absolutely in love with this creation. It looks absolutely amazing. Kudos to the creator. On to the next one. Alright, up next we got the Tamagotchi, created by the Water Chua? If you're not familiar with this creation, this is kind of like a security police robot from the anime Ghost in the Shell. Huge fan of it in the past, was a real fan of the live action that released just a few years ago, and this does look pretty damn spot on. Alright, so first off, it kind of has a walking animation, just, the little wheels to provide a little bit more propulsion for that. Reverse is a little crazy. Got some pretty wicked little turning here. Let's just start pushing buttons. What does 1 do? Oh. Well, that was a lot more destructive than I thought it would be. Pretty sizely rockets. Oh! Okay, alright. Alright, we got E. Oh! Alright, well, there goes the second building. Alright, well, I guess we need to face something else, man. This thing is making quick work of these buildings. Not the fastest thing for turning around, but it does look adorable. Alright, so first off, go ahead and close that hatch. And I think the last button to test was T. Okay, so T is our aiming lasers. Alright, and we're just going to go ahead and fire all the rockets and see what it does. Nice, nice. Oh! Jesus Christ! And those buildings are no more. Well, this was an absolute joy to play around with. I am a huge fan of the Ghost in the Shell series, and I feel this is a pretty solid representation of that. On to the next one. Okay, up next we have the Imperial Missile support by the Stranger. I picked this because, tank treads are fairly new into the game. People have been messing around with them only for a couple of weeks, and I just absolutely love the design of this. I did something there. I saw, I think, my missiles. Oh no, the bottom set of missiles actually disconnected, I think. That might be a problem. I don't know what I pressed. Let's see if we can go ahead and fire. There is a lot of controls. Q? Oh, E. Oh, no. Now all of my missiles are disconnected. Oh, God. Alright. We'll just go ahead and restart. Alright, after changing around some of the controls, I finally have a vehicle that I feel comfortable controlling. If you wanted to copy my control scheme, it will be right down here. We'll go ahead and aim for this bigger building. We'll aim up just slightly. Fire our rockets. There we go. Absolutely nuts. Alright, so we'll go ahead and aim for another building. Get those ready and fire those right away. And the destruction is intense. It looks like we might end up losing this building as well. Yes, sir, we will. T and R are to move the turrets back and forth, and I believe G is to turn them on. Oh, it's not on a toggle, but it melts. It just absolutely melts them. But again, I think that the overall aesthetics of this build are very impressive. I love seeing the tank tracks in this game. To all the creators doing it, kudos to you. It's far more involved than what I'm willing to do. And on to the next one. Okay, up next we have the Fart Missiles by Turbo Jack Flash. Okay, at first glance, I definitely see some big-ass rocket pods. It does look like they are 5-tip explosive warheads, and I don't know if those are lasers or cannons in between each tier of missiles. We will check that out. Alright, so let's try to figure out these controls. We got one way over on the keyboard. P, what does P do? P is the laser guidance system. Alright, so let's go ahead and take advantage of that. And I want to load, kind of line up with the biggest thing here. So that seems pretty decent. It seems like, alright, one locks us down. So let's see if we can fire a missile. Oh, we barely missed it. We barely missed it. Okay. And we are missing every missile. Let's see if we can just fire. Let's just start pressing buttons. Oh, and direct hit. Somewhat destructive. I need this building out of my way. I have something I would like to test. Oh no, and it just de-bombed all of my bombs. Get that building out of our way real quick. So I am in line with all the buildings now, and let's just try to fire every rocket we can. Oh, there goes one. There we go. Definitely an absolute mad creation. Very impressive rocket system. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for today. If you did like the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.